Oh, sorry, I clicked the button too early. That's twice I've done that now.
Oh man. So yeah, this is definitely a movie.
Death by Chocolate.
So The Wicker 3, 2011. The same director, the same production company, British Land.
Yeah, I don't understand.
What the hell went wrong with this?
Yeah, it's like they couldn't pick a tone for the movie, so they just kind of went TV movie it is. Like that's what it felt like. It felt like a really bad made for TV movie.
I read that Christopher Lee was actually on the cast list, but he got injured before filming and he had to pull out, and that's why Graham McTavish was supposed to play another part in the movie, and they sort of moved him sideways. So Graham McTavish sort of knew the script, and he got to play the main protagonist then. So
I honestly
thought he was just driving past one day. I thought he just happened to be driving past him.
He probably was. He's like, "Oh, looks like a failing set. I should probably stop and help."
Yeah.
I feel like that was probably for the better because Christopher Lee would have been in a completely different movie than everybody else.
Yeah, he would have panned it. He would have probably taken out legal action to not get it.
Yeah,
put on the screens, wouldn't he?
And he has been in some interesting things, and he's not afraid to abase himself, as we've seen in other movies. Like The Curse of Frankenstein, he's not afraid to be like treated like a dog. You know, he'll play the part. He's not one of them stuck-up people. Right. So, having watched this now, if a gun was put to your head, Nick Cage remake or this?
I would take the remake.
Yeah, I'd take the remake.
No question.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'll ever watch this again unless my wife's curiosity gets the better of her. Because I told her, I was like, this was terrible. This is fucking worse than the remake that you don't remember. But I saved it in my queue just in case you want to fucking go down.
I wouldn't even make my worst enemy watch this.
You made us to watch it. You shut up, bastard.
Yeah, what the fuck are we then? Shit.
We were in blissful ignorance, Stephen.
Yeah,
you didn't even know it existed, did you?
That's what I said.
Yeah,
that's what blissful ignorance is.
What, 13 years old? Never knew it existed.
This was brushed under the carpet. This is like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Let's bury this and forget it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What drugs were taken, do you reckon? What drugs were taken in the writing room?
Oh,
none of the good ones. Definitely none of the good ones.
I don't think even if they had taken the good ones, it would have been any good.
Right? It's just like, how the fuck do you get this? Especially like, how do you tie in a police officer goes to secluded island to investigate a missing person? How does that tie into dumb hick Americans go to Scotland for a 2-year missionary quest? Like, how the fuck do those two even go together?
Yeah, how many Scots do you know?
Well, that's the thing too. It's like, oh, this is a secluded Scottish village, and there's like 10 people, and that's it. It's like there's more people than that in a fucking village, for Christ's sake.
But it was meant to start off in Glasgow, and it's like, we're going to talk about Christianity in fucking Glasgow. It's like,
yeah,
you know Glasgow?
They would have just gone, "See you, Jimmy."
I was like, you know, the whole, like, Glasgow gives Belfast a run for its money when it comes to sectarianism.
The
whole Protestant Catholic thing, you know, it's ultra, you know, it's not whether you're a Christian, it's what type of Christian. And if you aren't the other type of Christian, then you're getting your head smashed in. Like, proper, like, hardcore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was pretty confused about that myself. Like, I don't really know much of the landscape out there, like the cultural landscape, but it's like, wait, these people are fucking Christians. Like, what the fuck? Why are they going there for missionary work? That's like Mormon missionaries coming and doing missions in Utah. It's like, I don't feel like you're hitting the right demographic there, champ.
Yeah.
But the
Oh God, it's still talk about back. My mom still talked to me back in the day about Ina. This is
that,
the Mormons got in 1972. The Normans got her, they got her, and she went away to live with them, and they came over here and they got her, and that's old talk.
the one of the funny things I saw in this movie was the lad Steve, who's supposedly American. Well, suddenly I noticed it because obviously I'm from the West Country. I thought he's got a West Country accent.
Yeah, he did definitely slip a few times.
Sometimes he come out with this broad West Country accent, even though he's supposed to have been like American. And I thought, he's from the bloody West Country.
See, I'll be honest. By the time I actually started getting into this movie, it's like whatever. I'm 4 beers deep. I have already, partaken in certain medications, so I was pretty twisted up. And it's like, okay, did I just catch him speaking a different accent? No, I'm clearly fucked up right now. So glad that was not me.
I don't get the whole premise of Beth. What was that character meant to be?
What was any of this meant to
Pop
be?
singer, wasn't it? Some singer or something or other, wasn't he?
A pop singer that became a gospel
singer.
Yeah, she found Jesus, and now she needs to sing for Jesus.
But to the limo and stuff, you're like, what is this?
Yeah, it was interesting decision.
Yeah.
Wow.
How could you? I mean, the casting of Graham McTavish. He's not the world's best actor, is he? I don't know if you ever saw him in Rambo, but he was supposed to be a Marine in Rambo, a mercenary, and he was absolutely awful. And as soon as I saw, like when I first saw this, I thought Graham McTavish in he's no Christopher Lee. It's like, and it's like they were scraping the barrel for the cast in this one.
I didn't even look at the budgets for these movies. But
was there a budget?
Probably not. There's a charity box at the way end of the studio.
You didn't find it out?
No, I didn't even look it up because it was just like, I don't care. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
There's a cynicism about this as well, which is really annoying. Because there's this other weird plot about McTavish's character running a nuclear power plant that poisoned the water.
Mm-hmm.
That old chestnut of the
holy shit
90s acid rain.
This was an almost $8 million budget.
Oh bloody hell!
Oh, the washing machine was going there.
How much did it take?
So I'm looking it up right now, and it was $7.75 million was the budget. It's like, where did it go?
That's one.
Was it to get Christopher Lee? Because
the had was like about $3 million of that on a fishing line.
Right. Oh fuck, that's funny. So yeah, the injury for Christopher Lee, apparently that happened on set. He tripped over some power cables, and that's how he just kind of got cut out of the movie.
He probably thought this is shit.
This is just.
It's like, I'll not put a claim out. Just let me out of my contract so I can walk away.
Okay, all right. You guys want to hear the alternate titles? So we got The Riding of the Laddie, Mayday, and Cowboys for Christ. Like, what the fuck? It's like, if your movie is going to be called any of those things, minus Mayday. Mayday could go either way. Yeah. But Cowboys for fucking Christ, like, you know you're doing something wrong.
They did not know what they were making here.
No.
I don't get it. I don't get what the point of this was. This could have just been another movie, like just a random movie. But yeah,
Well, the fucking crazy thing is apparently they had set up a third movie. Like there was going to be a third one in this series, but luckily he died.
A trilogy.
oh
Yeah.
god,
Yeah,
no.
The Wrath of the Gods is that was the working title for the.
Well, they had a man, they had a tree. What
The
would
Wicker
it
basket.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just-
trying to save the souls of Glasgow. I just love the way, and it was still in the same village, like it's just down the street.
Mhm.
But I think you've seen Trainspotting,
Yeah, I love Train Spotting.
the pub scene.
Which one?
The one with the American appears and goes, "Hey guys, can I use your restroom?"
Oh yeah, and he goes in after him, doesn't he? And yeah.
That would have been this if they had actually been in Glasgow. That should have been this scene
Yeah.
of those two.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
definitely. I mean, I would do that in my hometown if somebody like that came in. I'd beat the fuck out of them. Like, just so out of place.
just strange. And why didn't they just get married before they went?
Yeah, it's an interesting choice because I mean that's not unheard of for married couples to go on missions, like at all. That's normal. So weird, so weird.
The film was a bit of a bonk fest, though, as well, wasn't it? That couple who wanted to do it 5 times and then 6 times, and
But that was what was the point of Lolly's character? Was that just her to bring some boobs and
I believe so. I
shag
believe
things?
so.
they probably thought, well, what's her name done it in the last film? Was it Britt Eklund?
Red Eklund, yeah.
Yeah. How can we
Well,
top that?
Yeah.
Let's bonk in the river and then
and then keep the police
Yeah, the
police
one
constable. Yeah,
because
to
apparently
keep
he's the
him
only cop in
distracted
the
so he
ocean.
doesn't look into anything.
yeah.
Here's your job. It's like
Yeah, but
okay.
that's the thing. That was only one day because that's what she kept talking about. Was like, oh, 6 times in one day. That's like that's not like okay. What's the timeline of this movie? How long is everything going on for? That a cop being distracted for one day is gonna set this chain of events into place. So,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Which, if it was like the Wicker Man, everybody would be in on it anyway, even the
Mhm.
cops. So it's like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, it didn't make any fucking sense.
Nothing makes sense in this.
Like I had my undivided attention on this movie. I know I missed parts because it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like I would realize that I just missed the last like 3 or 4 minutes that I watched. It just went somewhere.
I zoned out. I at a certain point, I don't know whether it was 25, 30 minutes into this, I zoned out because it was just going scene to scene to scene. Nothing joined up. Nothing. And the whole cynicism about, oh, we'll just use religion. I was like, you don't, that doesn't even make sense.
Mm-hmm.
It was just pointless, and you just didn't understand at the end what the point of it was. Whereas the Wicker Man was all about the sacrifice for the apples. This was like, have they made this movie just for the sake of making it? It's Robin Hardy hoping to make some big bucks out of it, because he's going to fail dismally.
Is it because he didn't have the book this time to go by?
Yeah, probably.
He
didn't have somebody else's successful writing to lean on.
Yeah. Who else have we seen that with? Game of Thrones. Oh no, more anymore. What do we do?
Have you actually heard of the term as well? The laddie. Is that actually? I've never heard of it.
No, not the laddie, just laddie's a term.
Oh, laddie, yeah.
I love the butler in this, I'm up the oxters and shite.
He was cutting up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he like tries to have a level of decorum, and really no.
He becomes a biker. He
He
goes from
was
butler to biker. Yeah, Christopher Lee was running away. He realized what the absolute shit fest this movie was going to be, and he ran.
yeah.
That's the official story. He tripped, in accident. He's like, "Oh, get me out of here."
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
Now we talked about the music in the first one.
Yeah, the polar
Yeah.
opposites with this one.
This
And
is
this
just
was
went.
awful.
Let's do the opposite. Let's make the music horrible.
Yeah,
And
let's just do a whole
Yeah.
bunch of pop country.
Country and western.
It's just
Well, not even that, was it?
so fucking bad.
Yeah.
And then the whole like imaginary person projection shit that they would do during the music. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like she's trying to turn off the TV or turn the volume down, and then she turns and looks, and it's her as her old self. That's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on
Where'd that
here?
come from? Yeah.
It's like,
Oh.
is she hallucinating? Do they get slipped something? Nope, just fucking weird.
What were they pasting her with when she was laying naked on the table?
It was just food. It's just she was covered in just a bunch of fruit and stuff, and it's like, what the fuck? Are we gonna see this? Is this like foreshadowing? Nope. That's just how he dreams about his partner. Is he wants to eat fruit off of her? I guess. So fucking weird.
Yeah.
And I love the way she was in her. What was it? They're in a hotel room, and
yeah, that's some cushy fucking missionary work. Like they have their own rooms and they're drinking champagne after one fucking gig. It's like, man, sign me up for that shit. Fuck.
Yeah, I'll say the magic words if that's what I'm going to get. And I'll not believe it like the Emmons, because what the hell?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I couldn't quite get a reading on them. Like, do they actually believe this shit? Do they not? Because it's like clearly they're both born again Christians. So I mean, well, I guess never mind. That kind of says it all right there. But yeah, it was weird, that dynamic. Like, do they care? Do they not care? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I and it was the same as even the Lord here. I can't remember what Lord he was, but McTavish's character. He didn't believe. He's just saying, "Oh, this is a good tool." It's like, no, that's a bit of hard work to cover something up. I don't think the polluters of the 80s did that. They just told lies. They didn't start cults.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like with the first one, it makes sense because it's a lived-in religion. For at least a couple of generations. So
it's
even
part of their culture.
If Christopher Lee's character didn't fully believe in it, that's still the practice was there. The culture was there. It made sense. And yeah, with McTavish's character, it's just like, yeah, these people are fucking idiots.
Twirling mustache,
Yeah.
But even the story in the first one, like, they believe in the phallic symbol and everything, and you saw the naked girls, and you dancing around the fire. And this one, it's a load of naked lads, wasn't it? Near the end, it was like.
It was like, do you know them street performers? The ones that like beat drums and stuff.
The fire,
yeah, those type. Not carnival performers, but like the modern ones that are boring.
Yeah.
And they do body paint. That's what it reminded me of. It's like they got a troop of them Muppets in.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely confused. This movie genuinely confused me. It's not even that I hated it. It's just that I genuinely didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah. Well, and then with the end, like, she's skinned and turned into a porcelain doll. Like, but she's not skinned because we get the one instance of the person where she goes to touch the hand, it crumbles, and the skeleton's underneath. So it's like, what the fuck are they actually doing?
Yeah.
And like, oh, we're going to loosen up the skin by basting her. It's like, what the fuck? Like, you guys are just trying to have a scene where we're staring at her ass is all. Like,
and she's not that attractive. Like, she is not.
No.
Like, there's nothing there. Like Lolly's character was cool. She had
Mhm.
about a bit of zazz about her.
Mhm.
But this,
Well, and she wasn't believable as like a pop singer, like
No,
at all. Like
not at all.
she didn't have the gravitas. She didn't have like anything.
Arrogance.
Mhm. Yeah, it was
But,
really, really weird.
yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, the whole May Queens thing. When did Midsummer come out? Because if they stole the plot for us for
Midsummer
Midsummer,
was
I mean, was it
2018, I think.
18?
all right,
Yeah.
okay. So
Oh,
there's
2019. Yeah,
all right. It's entirely possible that Midsummer stole the plot from this, man. We can get better. Which
yeah. They fucking did it.
well, they did it. Yeah, it was still daft, but
Yeah.
it's the same sort of premise. I don't know. And basically they replicated the fox hunt. That's the whole thing of the chasing the laddie thing.
Mm-hmm.
They just had basically a fox hunt. But I don't know. I just didn't buy into it, and the whole "don't let anybody tell you how to ride." This will come up later,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "Come this
So
way."
weird.
It's not a. I'm still not telling anybody how to ride, and you're just like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" Just this was painful. This was a painful movie to watch.
It really was. It was so.
But if you remember in the
weird.
first one at the end, a lot of them had these pagan masks on.
Yeah,
And in this one, they were just dressed like Tarzan.
Yeah,
that's what said. They were street performers.
yeah, that was the weird thing. Like it didn't.
Weird.
It's like, how does this tie into the cult? Like, what the
I
fuck?
really expected them to go, oh. Yeah, it's just like.
Some did, some didn't.
Hmm.
And I just got the impression the nudity in this was used just for nudity's sake.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of it actually made sense. I mean, outside of the whole seduction scene in the stream, it was just gratuitous nudity, which isn't a bad thing, but it
Put in
wasn't
the
done
right
right.
context. It has to be done in the right context, doesn't it?
Mhm.
In a well written, scripted story. Otherwise, it's just like doing it for the sake of it. It's like these
Yeah.
horror films that just kill for the sake of killing, just for the blood and gore factor.
Mhm.
It's
Well, it reminds me back when I covered the Slumber Party Massacre movies. First one, the nudity was used absolutely brilliantly.
Mhm.
Second one, not so bad, but the third one, I was just like, oh.
It's like, here's an excuse.
And it was just so tiresome that it had the opposite effect. You're
Mhm.
just like, huh, okay.
Hmm.
We'll not talk about that other one. Fuck you, Cameron.
Well, see, here's the thing. I've got what's called a sense of humor, and I like happiness, so I really enjoyed it.
Well,
Yeah,
you
no,
can do
this was a bizarre fucking watch, and I feel like I lost some brain cells having consumed it.
Yeah.
And Tavish got burnt at the end, didn't he?
Yeah, well, I was expecting Beth to just girl boss her way out of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
2010, around about that time for the girl boss, to arrive.
Yeah.
Which is the most disingenuous trope for
Perhaps-
women ever.
Perhaps if she was going to get burnt, she would have started singing to them. They would have gone, "No, we're running away."
That would, like Mars Attacks, that would have been brilliant.
Right.
Or what do you call it? Don't forget don't mess with the Zohan.
Oh yeah,
Where
yeah.
they did the joint. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that would have been cool. Like they didn't know whether to make this a comedy or a satire or a cynical look.
That's what you said to me, wasn't it? You didn't know if it was a comedy or.
That's the thing. Like, I feel like if he had leaned into that, it would have been bearable. But the problem was this movie was set up as a direct sequel, and it was set up to have the same tone as the original, but it didn't at all. Like, at all.
And what I would understand if it was a different director, different production company got the rights and did it, fair enough. But when you have the same production company and director who knew how powerful the first one was, what the hell?
Yeah, such a weird decision.
But if you think it was done just after Nicolas Cage's remake, did he like see the remake and thought, I can do better than this? And
all he had to do was stick to the original plan.
Yeah.
Just ignore that remake. Like, this was not even though it had it been in that universe, for example, of say the remake, they could have done a better job. But there's no tone in this. There is no vision. There's no. It's just scene to scene to scene of disjointed stuff, and the dialogue doesn't even come together. The music doesn't come together. There is no story.
The acting is terrible.
Yeah, it's fucking atrocious.
Yeah.
Like, the only one that I believed was Lolly. Everybody else is just.
As I said, I'm not a great fan of Graham McTavish anyway, and I've never seen him in anything good. This has just sealed his fate, really. Of
you see, it's one of them. You see his name, you're like, nah, I'm out.
See, I'm the polar opposite. I see his name and I get excited. Like I when I was going through the credits before the movie started, I'm like, oh, cool, Graham McTavish is in this. This should be fun. Yeah. And boy, was I wrong.
Even Christopher Lee's scene was awkward.
Yeah, they should have just completely cut that out. I mean, I understand why they didn't, because they got to justify the paycheck that they had to give him. But yeah, it brought nothing to the table.
And there's a weird CGI thing about this. Did anyone else get that impression?
Mm-hmm.
That there's like a strange CGI lens over the top of this.
Yeah, I hated the crow vision. Like that was. Why? It's like, where the fuck is this going? Is this relevant at all? And the answer is no, not at all.
There was a thing I read on the with the crow is Steve had a pair of red and blue shorts on, and in the crow's eyes it was just blue. So you actually saw the reflection of him wearing a pair of shorts, and it was all blue. And they were actually red and blue. So,
wow. My whole mind's changed now about the movie. What a masterpiece.
Such a weird decision.
I want you to go and watch it again, Colin.
No.
Watch it more in depth.
How about I don't?
Yeah.
Here's an idea. How about I just don't? I just forget this movie ever happened.
That's what I'm going to be working on. I'm really going to be trying hard to forget this movie ever happened.
Yeah, bring it on, Tremors 56.
Do you know what? At least I have
Sign me up for that shit.
Even ripping them apart is more enjoyable than this was painful. I mean, I hurt.
See, the difference between this kind of movie and Tremors like 372, they know what the fuck they're making. This motherfucker did not.
Yeah.
And if you're burnt out and doing weird shit by number 2, you don't have much of a franchise there.
Yeah.
The Wicker Rosebush.
Tremor 56, same. Do you know there's an entire dedicated fan base to the Tremor series?
I
mean fanatic.
I can believe that, yeah.
We have spoken to Levi, one of the main podcasters, but there's a whole series of channels, and they're like the brown coats and Firefly, like they're that dedicated.
I believe it.
We kind of made
on. Get that with any sort of fandom, so that's not surprising.
Like legit love. So I don't see any Wicker files or Wicker baskets. What would they call themselves?
I can't imagine there'd be any.
I've just read that the music for Wicker Tree, which is probably where a lot of the budget went, was done by the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. That would have cost them.
I saw that at the end. Yeah, that's half your budget gone.
Yeah, if not more.
Yeah.
And it didn't even lend its like anything to the movie.
It wasn't. It was like one of those things like someone composed something and they went, "Oh, we'll use that." You know,
It's like a Reddit forum, isn't it? You know, right,
Yeah.
here's the first line. Next person carries on. Boom,
Mhm.
boom. Right. Let's film this shit. Do you reckon this was a film commission tax funded thing that I'm convinced the laundry machine was on at full wash in this.
Another one. We watched one of them the other day, didn't we? The Russian Bride.
Oh God, yeah.
Was it made $7,000 at the box office? Didn't it? And cost.
God damn.
No, it's less than that, wasn't it? It's
For 5,000 at the box office, and it was made in like 19. It was a few million budget. It was
Jesus Christ.
60 million or something like that. Yeah, it was
yeah.
a sizable budget. It's like,
No, it was 2,995, wasn't it?
It was a stupid amount. It was just
check it out, yeah, Cameron. It's called The Russian Bride.
God, that was
yeah, that read the log line. That seems like a choice.
I liked the film, and yeah, it just went a bit weird, didn't it? So,
but there you go. That was a movie. That was an experience. That was something on screen.
It was absolutely something.
I've got to yet come up with a worse one then, have I, for you to watch?
Shit.
If you've gone back over since this podcast started, we have plumbed the depths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this isn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but this is up there. Definitely up there.
Yeah. Definitely, like I couldn't even think of a reason to press play on this again.
Yeah,
I would go to bed early. You know, it's one of those nights of right. I've nothing to do. I've nothing to read. Nothing to work on. Will I watch a Wicker Tree or will I just go to bed? So, nah,
yeah, bed definitely sounds like a much better idea.
Yeah.
We'll go watch some paint dry.
I'm just looking to see what you said. Is it and at the end of the film they've done an in memoriam of Edward Woodward. No.
He'd be turning in his grave if he thought he was associated with us. He'd be like, no.
Art for Noise. So there was looks like there was a bit of funding from an art company, Art for Noise, Prime Focus. Yeah, possibly a bit of funding from somewhere.
Yeah, the wash machine's going full spin in this one. Yeah.
Yeah. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Including the British Lions, 7 funders for this. 7 large funders, anyway.
Yeah, it's like the more banners you see before a movie, the less likely it's going to be good.
No, at each studio, okay, you're taking from minute 10 to minute 25, right? You're jumping on here, and no, you're not getting the script beforehand. Just jump on, do your thing, and here's the actors. You tell them what to say.
Yeah, so, I like these films that say, just for instance, a Colin Martin production of a Colin Martin film, produced by Colin Martin, directed by Colin Martin, music by Colin Martin. Everything's the same person.
So there's a reason for that, and that's because at least stateside, if I remember correctly, it's basically it goes against certain codes to just say a film by, and then that person takes all the credit because of the individual unions. So if you're a member of multiple unions, it has to be broken down individually. Otherwise, you get fined like a motherfucker. Now, don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what I've heard. Because I remember listening to a podcast where Adam Green was talking about something similar with like Hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why.
That's what we have to do soon.
Dude, I will fucking just come all over the camera if you want for like an hour. Like I fucking love that franchise so goddamn much.
But there's one Steve wants to do, which is we'll talk about after the stream.
Okay.
Because that's why I held off on it. Because if you got left out, that's when you'd be annoyed.
After watching this, right, I can't wait for Carry On Screaming.
Yes. That's happiness.
Oh, that is fun. Cameron, have you seen Carry On Screaming?
I'm not sure.
Probably, are you aware of the Carry On series of films? Right, it's a British 60s thing. It's a product of its era and time.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, I haven't seen those.
They tried to make them again in the 90s and failed because it's just they couldn't replicate the magic.
Holy shit! There's 31 movies.
Yeah.
God damn. That sounds fun.
And it was things like Barbara Windsor, who had quite a large set of breasts. They were there doing exercises like this, and suddenly her bra flew off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And,
Hell yeah.
But you never actually saw anything, obviously. But she went like this. In course, back in the 60s, was oh my god, her bra fell off. It's like.
Oh man, yeah.
It's just sexual innuendo from start to finish. It's
looking
great.
at these posters, man. I'm definitely sold.
They took every sort of film and made a parody. Funny.
Oh my god, Carry On Emmanuel. That's a fucking crossover and a half. Holy shit.
Carry On Screaming was all to do with like the Frankenstein stroke werewolf type thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like the Universal Monsters,
Yeah. Carry On Doctor was all about the hospitals. And they had Carry On Cabby. Carry On Up the Khyber, which is another one of my favourites. About the Scottish regiment, wasn't it? And they were all wearing underpants. How dare you? The Scottish regiment always wears nothing under their kilts. Yeah. Bunga Din, wasn't it? The guy who's
I wonder if people start looking at those again and start freaking out.
Oh god,
there's some spicy stuff in it.
Get them banned from the TV, isn't it?
God, that used to be every weekend. Like, you could play that every weekend.
Yeah,
Carry On movies. They always did a run on. Great.
BBC don't show them anymore, really. Yeah.
No. What do they show? Bastards. God, there's an institution needs to just get fucking put out of its misery.
Yeah.
But anyway, on a happy note, yeah, that was has been an interesting one.
You don't have to.
That's it. We'll go through the pain. Thanks for stitching us up, Steve. That was
right.
Oh, you bastard. Don't buy his book. It's shit.
You're lucky I was here today. I was nearly not able to make it, But then I thought, I've got to be on it.
You got to answer for yourself.
Yeah, this is your fault. You need to be
hear what they're going to say about me.
Yeah, this would have been live stream at your house.
Yeah, our review would have just been like, you know what? Fuck him. Forces me to watch this shit, then can't even be here to talk about it.
Yeah. No, you stand by your film. If you suggest it, you have to stand by it. That's the rules. But there you go, everyone. Hope you had a laugh. If nothing else. Just amazing how so many elements of the same, yet two completely different experiences. Just mental.
Yeah. Don't know how they went that wrong.
We'll never know. But there you go, folks. Steve, thanks for coming on, mate. As always, we are back on tomorrow to talk about Dr. Terror, House of Horrors.
Class film. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah, excellent. And there's stuff. Check out, keep up with the channel, do the typey clicky things.
Do all the stuffs.
Yeah, do the stuff, do the things. And until next time, folks, keep it creepy, keep it horrific.